All right, people. I'm back. Try this again. Sorry, I had to get from dinner. I had to get my glove on. Tomorrow, I get to shave all this off. Yay! Now, I wanted to do this video before they start. Oh, excuse me. I want to do this video before they start them firecrackers and you can't even hear my voice. So I want to say thank you to my 31 subscribers on YouTube for giving me a chance, for giving me a shot of watching all my videos. I also want to thank the people who've been watching my videos every time I upload one for the sex series and then all of a sudden don't want to subscribe. It's okay, you have your reasons why you don't want to subscribe, but I'm going to continue moving the gravy train and we're going to kick ass and take names. Hold on. All right. So like I was basically saying, now, with no introduction, well actually yes, with introduction, this YouTube video is going to be called Yo Sex Game and Looks versus Money Game. Now you might say, Alex, why would you call the title Sex Game and Looks versus Money Game? Because we have a group here on YouTube in the Black Hemisphere that believe money is everything and your sex game don't really help you. And then some guys believe they sex game helps you, but money don't help you. And I'm here to kind of like explain in this video why that might be the case. Now let's break down. There's going to be 4 episodes of the Alpha Male series, and it depends, what happens. We could get 4, we can get 5 videos, who knows, in 2018. So this is the first episode. The rest of them will be in 2018. Now, a lot of men think that when they get a car, that they think a car is the be-all to end-all to get the bitches and the hoes. And in a lot of ways that is true. But what a lot of vast majority of us black men don't understand is that just because you buy a car doesn't help you get the type of women that you're seeking. Like a lot of y'all think y'all gonna get Kim Kardashian, Megan Fox, Megan Good, Beyonce, Tyra Banks. Y'all think y'all gonna get women like that when you buy an expensive car. And buying a car is just like buying a cell phone or buying some toys. Not the toys that you play with, but it's a nickname it's a reference that when you get rich and famous, you buy expensive toys like boats, private yachts, a pool table, you want to get you a helicopter, toys like that. And y'all think that when y'all buy a car, you think that you're going to automatically get 8s, 9s, and 10s. Now, I don't know who be telling you this information, but that's actually misleading information. A lot of men, a lot of old timers, a lot of men from the baby boom era, the baby boomers, people like my dad's age. My dad's like 61. Now, he was born, I would say around 1946, 1947. I'll have to double check that. But he was born in the, late 40s, early 50s, somewhere around in that era. And back in that day, you didn't really have to get you a car to get the bitches and the hoes. All you had to do was have you some nice, good clothes, some nice dress shoes, have you a good, nice 9-to-5 job, work 5 days a week, and you was getting women like it was crazy. Now, fast forward to 2017, because of feminism, a lot of men think that in order to get the women, they need to get them a sports car. I need to get me an Lexus, a Mercedes Benz. I need to get me a sports convertible car. And whether that might be the case and that might be part true, there's still some things that's going to shock you when I tell you this. I've seen men who have money, looks, and status, if you believe it or not, drive in the hood. I seen this one guy 2 years ago with a red sports convertible car, clean cut black guy. Looked like he might make, 10,000, 15,000, or something like that. He was trying to hit on a crackhead white girl in the hood. Now, I kind of understood, you probably ain't been getting none in 5 months. Your girlfriend won't go down on you. Okay, I understand. I get it. But I start to see it more often. And that's a problem. See, no other race on the planet does this type of behavior but us black men. And you see, it's disappointing because whoever be telling these black men of my generation to get a car is putting the wrong information in their head, and they go out into the world thinking, now I got this new 2018 Alexis, now all the hoes gonna be on me. No, you gonna get the women that you don't find physically sexually attractive. See, the fine ass hoes that are 8s, 9s, and 10s, here's a little secret. When I was in high school, some of the most finest bitches and hoes at my high school from 2001 to 2007, when I went to Westchester High School, in that time period, the finest hoes did not ride the bus and take the train. The finest hoes had a driver's license and they got them a car. Daddy buys it, of course, but they had a car. Now, all the broke bitches and hoes was riding the bus and taking the train. And when you got you a car, question you got to ask yourself, what girls is riding in your car? It ain't women that are 8s, 9s, and 10s. It's the women that you don't find physically, sexually attractive. You get the fat bitches, the ones that's 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds. That's who's riding in your car. You get women that are single mothers. She got 3 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids. Those are the women that be riding in your car about 85 to 95% of the time. You be getting crack hoes, girls that just love crack, riding in your car. You don't be getting 8s, 9s, and 10s in your car. You don't be getting women that are supermodels, fitness models, booty models, Hollywood actresses and television and film. Hell, you don't even get the news lady in your car. The lady that does the news is fine as hell. You don't even get those women in your car. So you don't get no women that are 8s, 9s, and 10s in your car. So that's the first thing you must understand. The second thing you must understand is the reason why you keep getting below average women riding in your car is because you are below average man. You make average money, you just average, you got an average car, you make average money, so you get average women. That's how this patriarchy is set up. Okay, this is how the order is set up, the social order. Now, let's get on to what's gonna blow your mind. Did anyone ever tell you that when you get a car, and whether you're in the hood, the suburbs, or in a high class or middle class residential area, let's use Culver City for an example. Let's say you drive up and you hit on a white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, typical white girl, and you want her to see that you got a car. What's gonna hurt your feelings is she gonna reject you, even though you look nice and you got money, looks, and status. It's the fact that you're trying to use the car to buy her affection. And this still goes in the category of being a nice guy. Oh yes, I know you don't like it, but in this first video, in this first episode of the Alpha Male series, y'all think that buying a car gets women's attention. It gets the wrong woman's attention. And you see what happens a lot of times, women will play you for a car ride. You take her to work, you take her home, you drop her off at the nightclub. She going to the nightclub to go see another man. Why you wasting gas money to take her to the nightclub, she going to get her some dick from another man. She not blowing you, but she going to the nightclub to go get some Mickey D's, some McLovin from another man. Now, how does that sound? Does that make any sense? I got a car and I like this chick, but I'm gonna drive her all over the place, but I'm not gonna get none. And you see, if you buy a woman flowers, roses, a box of chocolate, or some jewelry, that still goes in the category of being a nice guy. It goes in the category of being thirsty for the booty, for the ass. Well, buying a car is in the same category too, because you're trying to buy her affection, and women think that's weak when you try to use a car to get her attention. I've seen a guy hit on a ghetto black woman that was a midget. He was trying to get that midget ass, and he got rejected, publicly humiliated for the whole world to see by a midget. And he looking at me like I went to a middle class area and I still get rejected because you're trying to use the car to buy her affection. And you see, this is why most black men get played and they get tricked, and we get put in that category of the friend zone. Because you think that because you got a car that solves your problem. That don't solve your problem. That makes it 10 times worse. You spent all that money to get a brand new car only to get rejected. When you get a brand new car, you're not supposed to get rejected. Here's another thing that y'all do that y'all don't think nobody know. Y'all be trying to holler at the sluts when you can't get the 8s, the 9s, and the 10s, and you still get rejected. So you go, I'm gonna lower my standards, right? And here's the mistake when you do this. If you get turned down by a slut, don't matter if she 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, don't matter if she a midget, don't matter if she's 6 feet, 6'5", don't matter if she a crack hoe. If you get turned down by a slut, that means there is something wrong with your game. That means your game is not as strong and as powerful as you think it is. Because what you have to understand is when you get a car comes with responsibility. I've seen guys with sports cars picking up women below average. I don't see them getting 8s, 9s, and 10s. 2 years ago, I seen a guy at a gas station, and there was a black girl, 270 pounds. A black woman, 270 pounds, trying to get her some McLovin. And he looking at me smiling like he entertaining the idea that why not smash a woman that's 270? And I'm looking at homeboy like, it's one thing if you ain't been getting none for 6 months, that's one thing. But it's another when you're trying to brag to me that you got an expensive car and you're not even getting the best woman that you can get on the planet. That's what I find pathetic. I've seen plenty of men with expensive ass cars and they get played. When you get a car, understand this. When you get a car, all you're going to attract is slutty women, if they do look good, slutty women, and women that you don't find physically, sexually attractive about 85 to 95% of the time. And you see, a lot of y'all think that because y'all bought a car, you think that's the be all to end all. But what you don't realize is a woman can just use you just because you have a car, and you still get rejected. You still get a fake phone number, fake email address. Now that I explained the limitations that the money game has, let's talk about why the sex game is more powerful than it's ever been. If you just use your masculine energy, hold on. If you would just use masculine energy, you would get more women's attention just like that by being a man. If you don't use no flowers, no roses, no jewelry, no box of chocolate, and you don't try to use the car to buy the woman's affection, the woman will find you 10 times more physically, more sexually attractive than if you try all the foolish things to get her attention. You ever seen why all of these rich millionaires and billionaires have these divorces? Because they keep trying to buy the woman's affection, and that don't turn the woman on, it turns the woman off. And then the man be thinking, well, what did I do to have her reject me? And then another thing that I see y'all do is when y'all get a car, y'all be driving and chasing the woman down the street for 5 to 10 blocks trying to get the phone number. Again, just because you have a car doesn't mean she's gonna blow you because you got a car. See, your physical looks still is important. So when somebody tell you go get a car because the bitches and the hoes won't talk to you if you're riding the bus and you're riding the train, they're only telling you half the truth. They're not telling you the whole entire truth. As soon as you get a car, all you getting is sluts, okay? Now, if you one of those guys that just love to bang sluts, this don't pertain to you. I'm talking about the guys that do not want sluts. Guys that want to be in strong, committed relationships. You cannot use your car as a golden ticket to win a woman's affection because it's not going to help you. If you're trying to use money to get a woman's attention, that's going to hurt you too. See, people don't tell you this, but money actually has a limitation. Rule number one, you cannot use money to buy your way in the kingdom of God. Number two, you cannot buy love. And most importantly, at number three, you cannot use money to buy respect. You can give somebody $50,000 or $50 million and they still will disrespect you. You can take somebody out of the hood and put them in Beverly Hills and they'll still have no respect for you. And you cannot use money to buy a woman's affection because it's not going to help you. All you're going to get is some sex. You can buy sex. You can buy plenty of sex with money, but you can't buy her affection. See, money has limitations. And the men who have money, hold on. And the men who have money, the men who always use their money, you notice the guys that make the most money get cheated on the most. Because money also makes you lazy. I don't know if you're aware of that, but when you make a certain level of money, you get lazy and careless and you think, I ain't got to go to the gym. I ain't got to work out. I ain't got to do none of that to get them hoes. I got this money. Yeah, but the girl gets bored real fast, real quick, and starts looking on TV. She sees basketball players, football players, baseball players. She sees bodybuilders, weightlifters, boxers, wrestlers, martial artists. She sees guys that do tennis, guys that swim and do track and field. And all of a sudden she gets ideas in her head. I want to date me a basketball or a football player. Or I want to go mess with a guy that drives fast sports cars. Or I want to go out on the street and go mess with a couple of these thugs down the street. Because you're a boring personality. And you see, when people get money, money compensate for the lack of, you don't have no personality. And as Captain Ginyu said it in Dragon Ball Z, you lack the one thing that sets Ginyu apart: style. A lot of y'all, well, not y'all, but the men that I'm talking about, a lot of them ain't got no personality, no style, and most importantly, they ain't got no sex game. A lot of the guys that make the most money, they don't even know how to have sex in the bedroom. Don't even know how to entertain a woman in the bedroom. They just think money is the be all to end all. They think money is everything. You're supposed to use money to buy clothes, eat food and water, pay your bills, fix stuff when it gets broken. That's what money's for. Money's actually a tool. But when you try to abuse money and think money's everything, then your wife or your girlfriend cheats on you, and then you be trying to figure out for 5 years or 10 years why every time I make the most money, I get cheated on. So money has a lot of advantages, and money also has disadvantages. Your sex game is 10 times more powerful because you can pick up more sexual attraction with being masculine if you have masculine energy. A woman will pay 5 to 10 times more attention to you if you just go off of your physical appearance. A woman would be like, damn, he ain't got no job, but I want to get to know this brother. See, there'd be stories of guys that don't have a job, don't have a car, but he picking up women left and right, and it's all based off of masculine energy. You get a guy that has everything you can think of, and yet he still can't seem to figure out why he's not picking up the best looking women. Now, you might say, well, that's just in Los Angeles, California, but it's been happening in other parts of the United States. And when I see guys get the most expensive car and make the most money, they're getting subpar women. They're getting below average women. And a lot of these men don't want to admit that when they get an expensive car, they think they balling. They think they on top of the world. You're not on top of the world if you making the most money with an expensive car and you ain't got no Kim Kardashian in the car. There ain't no Beyonce. There ain't no Tyra Banks in there. There ain't no Scarlett Johansson in your car. You ain't balling then. Because if you were balling, you would be getting 8s, 9s, and 10s. And you see a lot of these old timers tell you the wrong information, and that sabotages you, that make you think, why am I not getting the best females? The next video, we're going to talk about a woman's sexual fantasy and why women compare a guy they see in the movie and the TV show to the guy that they're dating in real life. That's going to be in the next video. And when I do the video, I'm not just going to sit here and do the same predictable thing. I'm going to go out and ask some men, what do they think about that? Because after all, in this alpha male series, I decided, you know what, we're going to make it 6 videos. Hell, why not? 6 damn videos. Because I'm going to get some females coming on here and talking about what they think men do and why some men think the car. But today's episode is the car. Because a lot of y'all got it in your head that the car is the be-all to end-all. You get the car, and look how much trouble you go through getting the car. Got to buy car insurance. Got to get a small check. Got to make sure the tires fit on the damn wheels. Got to make sure the engine's right. Got to make sure you got the right gas. You know how much responsibility a car is? But you don't get the car for that. You get the car because you think the bitches and the hoes are going to pay attention to you. But the problem is you getting fat hoes. You getting average hoes, ugly looking hoes. You getting mothers and grandmothers, single mothers that ride in your car 85 to 95% of the time. That's what you get. And then y'all be trying to figure out, well, I got the car, so why